All right, this is a short video to introduce you to the online section for EGN-150, Introduction to Design. This is section 300 for spring 2023. I'm the instructor for this class, Chuck Bales. I'm also the program coordinator in the Automation Engineering Technology Department, and I'm also teaching a lot of other classes this semester on campus. So if you need to get in touch with me, you can find me on campus in the T building, or you can email me. So as I said, this is an introduction to the EGN-150 class. What we're looking at right here, let me switch the screen here, is the student screen for the Canvas site. Everything in this class is going to be organized through the Canvas website for this class. Everything is to be completed in order and is very purposefully arranged so you can proceed through the class on your own. This is an online class with no live component, no lecture component. Everything is done through Canvas. I do have pre-recorded lectures, which I'll talk about there. They can be found on my YouTube channel. All right, so let's go ahead and proceed through this so you can see how you're going to go through the class. So as I said, this is the home screen, and you can see the modules identified here. Not all these are available right now. Right now, I think only part modeling is active because that's what we're going to be going through first, but also the course information and getting started with Fusion 360. So let's start with the course information. So in the course information, you're going to find all the relevant information about this course, the syllabus, online course information, some tips, information about the YouTube channel, all right, and then the syllabus and course acknowledgement, which you can submit online. So let's start with the course syllabus. So this is the syllabus for the course in the area right here about faculty information. You can see my office hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays, my office is 12 to 1 p.m. in T401. Monday and Wednesday, it's online. If you need to make an online appointment with me, please email me. I can schedule a virtual meeting. We can discuss things via email. I can even, meet you on campus if you need to do that. So you just got to let me know. I am teaching Tuesday through Thursday every day during the semester, so I'm kind of easy to find. This is my email address to get in touch with me. This, of course, is an online class, right? So there's not a live lecture component. Everything is pre-recorded, and you're going to be working on your own, essentially. I should also note there is another section of EGN-150 that is not online. It's going to be following a slightly different schedule, so I don't really recommend coming to that class. Also, that class is full, so there's 20 students in that class, so there's not really any seats available. But because both classes are following a slightly different schedule, it's not really going to be too helpful to sit in on the lecture for that. Of course, if you need to get in touch with me and come and see me on campus to talk, then that's where you can find me. I'm not going to go through all this stuff right now. You can read this on your own. Like I said, I want to keep this brief and hit the most important things. There is some online course information, which we'll talk about in a second, and then the hardware and software requirements for the class. So because this is an online class, but it's a CAD class, you will need to get the CAD software loaded on either your own laptop or PC. I have instructions for doing that, and we'll talk about that in a second, but that's a requirement. The software that we're using is Fusion 360. It's free. All the Autodesk software is free for students. This is an Autodesk software platform, Fusion 360. So you can download that and install that, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. All right, so what is the course made up of? Well, the course is going to be made up of the items here that I've highlighted. So there are 4 modeling projects, each worth a total of 600 points. There are 3 drawing projects, worth a total of 300 points. There's 4 simulation projects worth 400 points total. There is an exam that's 200 points. There are some quizzes that are worth a total of 50 points. And then there is a design project that is worth 500 points. This is basically the course is going to be more or less divided up into 2 different segments. The first half of the class is going to be dealing with the preparatory work, the modeling, simulation, the exam. And then the second half of the class is going to be focused more on design. So there'll be design lectures, there's the design process quizzes, and then you'll be working on your design project. Okay, and I'll go through that here. The grading scale is shown down here, right, for all these points. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front, there is extra credit for you to, if you so choose, for you to do. There are 2 courses. These are short courses, right? They're called courses, but they're really just a series of online exercises that you can complete through the Autodesk Design Academy for Fusion 360. Okay, so here's links here. They're worth 50 points each if you complete them. When you complete them, you get a certificate of completion. So that's how I'm going to tell whether you completed them or not. These are completely online courses. You could probably complete these in maybe a weekend, maybe a couple weekends. So they're not that extensive, but they will take some time, you know. You're not going to be able to start them right away because you need to know Fusion to get done with these. But once you are up and running on Fusion, then you can have a go at these. These are the only extra credit that I'm going to offer. So that's why I'm telling you ahead of time. It's a strong suggestion to go ahead and get these done. You know, as soon as you can. Don't wait until the end to see how you're doing in class. It's better to be safe than sorry. So these are the 2 links where you can find that information. No other extra credit will be offered. Okay. And then the last thing here is the course schedule and calendar. So we're going to start off weeks 1 and 2. We're going to focus on these topics: Introduction to Parametric Modeling, Installing Fusion 360, Introduction to Fusion 360, and then Part Modeling. That's what we're going to be starting with. And then these are the 3 parts, 3 models that you're going to be creating in the first couple of weeks: the bearing, the frame guide, and the door bearing. Now, all these are links to areas in Canvas, so you can always click on these when you want to go to that area. And then you can see what we're doing for the rest of the class. Weeks 3 and 4, we go to assembly modeling and joints and kinematics. And then week 5 and 6, we focus on completing engineering drawings. Week 7 through 13, we work on engineering simulations. All right. And we'll be doing these 4 simulations: static stress, modal analysis, thermal analysis, and topology optimization. These are the assignments here. Then you have the midterm, then the final design project. Okay. So now all of this is subject to change, right? If I change anything, then I'll make new links and change the module. Okay. Usually if I make any changes, I'll also send out an announcement. So make sure that you check your email regularly. Okay. Because that's the only place that I'm going to notify you that there's a change. Obviously this is an online class, and you know, you're not going to see me in person where I can tell you that I've changed something. But generally speaking, this is how the course and the schedule are going to work. All right. So let's go back home and let's go back to the course information. All right. So what else is here? Well, we have some online course information here. This is just for this course. All right. So it says right here, a computer or laptop capable of running Fusion 360 effectively is necessary for this class because you're going to be doing CAD assignments. Fusion 360 is a cloud-based parametric modeling software package. It's free for students to download and install and use, so there's no problem with that. There are minimum requirements for a computer that can be found at this link, and then you can download the software following this link. All right. You'll subscribe to that software, to the product, and then you're going to be sharing the files with me and submitting them online, or sharing with me online, so that then I can grade them. Okay, so please read through this carefully, and then you can install the software on your laptop or PC. All right, let's go back to the module here. Here's some tips and techniques for a successful online class. I have a YouTube channel, right? And the YouTube channel is going to have lots of tips and demonstrations and lectures for this class. So if I click right here, it's going to take you to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It's not I don't get any pay for this. So, but if you subscribe, then any updates that I make, you'll get an email about those updates and notification. So here is the YouTube channel. You can see it's called NBCC AET Automation Engineering Technology, right? And if you go to playlists, you should be able to find, let me scroll over here, the EGN-150 playlist. There it is right there. So I'm going to go view full playlist, and you can see there are 72 videos here. All right. Not all of them are used exactly in the class. Some of them are from different classes that I'm teaching, like a couple semesters ago. For the final project, we did a 3D printed rubber band powered airplane. So there's some videos about that. There's some videos about Fusion 360 and how to create models with it, kind of support or reference videos. But there are lecture videos here. So like I said, there's 72 videos. There's a lot of things. Anything that I really want you to go through, I'll make a link in Canvas, so you don't have to just scroll through this trying to hopefully find something that that you can that's relevant for the class. Everything here is relevant, but like I said, in Canvas, I will make a direct link when you need to learn on go to that video. There are some really cool things that I find here, so I put some engineering videos in here as well, just so you can learn and kind of appreciate some of the engineering that's going on online. All right. So let's get out of this and we'll go back to modules. All right, so that's the course information. Let's minimize this and let's go to getting started with Fusion. Okay, so like I said, you'll want to go through the Canvas page here, the Canvas website, in order from top down. So after you go through course information, then go down to getting started with Fusion 360. And then you can start lesson number 1, part modeling. The biggest mistake, or one of the biggest mistakes that students make in my online classes, is they hop and skip around. I don't lay out Canvas in kind of a random order. I do things in a sequential order in Canvas, or I lay it out in a sequential order. So I expect and intend on you to follow from top down. All right, that's very important so that you don't get lost. So let's look at the second one, getting started with Fusion. So here is the Fusion 360 software information on. Now you're going to have to make an account. The account is free. Okay, so it's, not anything you need to be worried about, but the account is necessary to use Fusion 360 and to share your models with me so that I can grade them. Okay, let's go back here. There's some Fusion 360 resources. There are tons and tons and tons of Fusion 360 resources online. So there really isn't a problem with finding anything. A lot of times the problem is going to be weeding out some of the stuff that is not very good or not really relevant. So there's some stuff here that I found. This is additional resources, system requirements, installation support, Fusion 360 installation instructions. And then 10 must-know Fusion 360 quick tips. Again, this is a video. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is a book. All right. With some support. I think some of this is good. I cover most of this in my demo videos, so this is kind of a little bit redundant. But, I just wanted to give you all the resources that I think are good and relevant. Now, the first assignment you're going to be working on is part modeling, but before we get into that, let me just show you the extra credit is here. So these are the 2 extra credit assignments that you can do. You can see they're due May 11th. They're worth 0 points because they're extra credit, right? If I put 50 points in here, then Canvas is going to keep track of it, but that's not how extra credit works. So that's the only reason why these are 0 points. Don't worry, they are extra credit. There's some Fusion 360 tutorials here. Not all of these are mine. Some of these are very good and very relevant. All right. Tyler Beck has a Fusion 360 YouTube channel. Tyler Beck is a CAD designer. His YouTube channel is very, very good for the beginning Fusion 360 user. Lars Christensen is also a Fusion 360 designer who has an excellent YouTube channel for learning how to use Fusion 360. Okay, so those are 2 in particular, and there's lots of other stuff in here. Learn Fusion 360 in 60 minutes. There's video training, learning from the experts, lots and lots of stuff here. All right, is that it for this? Let me minimize this. Collaborative design. We will be doing collaborative design in here with Fusion 360. This isn't necessarily relevant right now, but later on in the class, it's going to be very helpful. So there's some links there. Now let's look at part modeling, the first assignment. So as I said, I lay this out sequentially, so make sure you follow all of the modules top down. Okay. So the first link here, this page is just an introduction to what you're going to be working on. It has the 3 assignments that you're going to be working on, the frame guide, the door bearing, and the bearing. And then there's a short video about how your models are going to be graded. There's information on how you're going to submit the models here. Okay. So we can either click on these or we can go back to the module page. I'll go back to the module page just to show you. And then let's choose the frame guide. So the frame guide here, there's a demo video. And then this is Tyler Beck's version of the frame guide. Okay. So the frame guide here, if we click on this, it's going to open up the drawing that you're going to be recreating. As soon as it loads. Well, if it doesn't load, we can download it right here. Let's go ahead and download it, and I'll open this up. All right, so there's the frame guide. All right. That's what you're going to be working on. Now let's go down here. Again, what I'm looking for in the finished model, how you're going to submit it, right? So you're not submitting anything. Notice that there's nothing to be submitted here. What you're going to do is you're going to complete it, and then when you share your Fusion 360 folder with me, online folder, I will be able to go into your Fusion 360 account to grade the assignments. Okay. If you have any questions about that, please make sure that you watch the how I'm going to be grading the assignments and what I'm looking for in a finished model videos. It will explain everything for you. Okay. Let's go back to modules. All right. So each one of those, you can see they're due January 29th in this case. They're each worth 100 points. All right. Sketch, constrain, and build. This is just a little page talking about how you're going to, steps to creating a model, right? Sketch, constrain, and then build. Just a little reminder, a little mnemonic tip for getting started with Fusion. Sharing files with Fusion 360. So here is a instruction page for what you need to do to share your models with me. And then how I'm grading the modules, right? And then there are some modeling tutorials, right? These are supplementary, these are additional so that they can give you more help if you get into a bind on creating these models. Of course, you can always email me if you get stuck, but I think all of these are going to be very helpful to you. The best thing you can do is make sure that you really learn Fusion 360, because everything that we do in this class is going to be based on Fusion 360. Even our final project is a Fusion 360 design project. So you really need to learn how to use Fusion 360. And there are more than enough resources here between my own YouTube channel and information that I've shared with you in Canvas with other references where you can effectively learn Fusion 360 and be really good at designing. Okay. So there's other lessons, but I haven't made those available yet because, we're going to be working on lesson 1 for the time being at the beginning of class. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope that gets you started. The most important thing is remember that you want to go through the Canvas site in order, okay, from top to bottom. When you get into a lesson, make sure that you read everything, right? I try not to waste any time with this, waste any resources for you. So everything in Canvas is very purposeful and organized in a way that I think will help you be successful in this class. Okay, that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, please email me. Remember, my email address is right here, bales@morainevalley.edu. Of course, you can also contact me through Canvas as well. All right. And finally, if you have any questions and need to see me on campus, then I'll be in the T building around the T400 area, but really just the whole T building Monday through Thursday until about 3 or 3:30 p.m. All right. Well, good luck in class. Let me know how things go. Bye.